that was the first time I ever felt like, I've had balls thrown at my face.
Me too. And the clinic was like, what? So they had to call an ambulance to come pick me up.
Is it, what?
So that was like,
I didn't know what to do.
Dance Anime!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dance Anime Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Kevin Sissenthone, and to the left of the couch, your right, is the IRL tsundere, Kayla Dennis. How have you been?
I'm good.
We're watching a little bit of Jersey Shore before this, all of us.
Mm-hmm.
What a show.
I like Jersey Shore a lot. I don't care what anybody says.
It's hot trash, but I can't stop looking away.
Like, what a cast of characters, what a mess. And hopefully one day we just get one of these guys on this podcast.
Yeah, right.
Imagine?
Could you imagine that?
Right.
There's no way. I don't even know if I could, like, sit here and, like...
Talk to them.
I mean, you have to assume they, like, talk way differently, like, off camera, right? Like, off TV.
Like normal people.
They have to be, right? The producers are like, come on, let's do this. But anyway, to the right of Kayla Dennis is the anime shonen rival, Steven Sissenthone.
What's going on, dude?
You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
That Jersey Shore got you juiced up?
A little bit. I mean, I just took a nap, so I'm a little sleepy, but, I'm here. I'm ready to go.
But anyways, this is the Dance Anime Podcast, so we kind of came up with this idea to kind of bullshit and talk around because we always stay up till, like, late hours till the sun rises sometimes, and we just talk about random stuff. So we said, why not put a camera up, make it a podcast, put the mics on, and just kind of record these memories as we go along with you guys, the subscribers. Thank you, by the way. Like, comment, and subscribe. And this will also go on, various podcast services. I kind of set it up so that we're going to be on Spotify. We got iTunes. Yeah, Apple services, Google services, all that stuff. If you prefer to listen to podcasts without a video and seeing our ugly faces, at least mine. But that's what we're trying to do. So we're going to try to go like week to week. That's hopefully we can make it. So, but it's going to be a little bit easier compared to like our other video game anime podcast where, we don't have to, we can talk about random stuff. But anyways, it's our first episode. I have some whiskey. I'm here to celebrate. So, going to crack it open right now.
Is that new?
This is not new.
And what is
This
that?
is not new.
And what is that?
This is we did a whiskey video like a year ago or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a different brand of this kind. It's called Nika Coffee Malt Whiskey. I think the one I had on the episode was like Nika something malt. So, I forgot what it was called exactly, but it was coffee something. It was a pink label, that's all I know. But I brought this on because I bought it like after we tried those Japanese whiskeys or whatever. But we're here. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on the mic for your ASMR peeps. Am I gonna drink all of it on this show? Absolutely not. My face is gonna turn red. But it's the thought that counts. We're celebrating. I noticed the IRL tsundere over there. We got whites. Was that 70 calories? They make it in 70 calories now.
I wasn't prepared for this. I just got a nail clipper, dude.
But anyways, so we're all gonna talk about our topics. How are we gonna decide this? I was saying
That's a
rock
good
paper.
question.
I was deciding like rock paper scissors.
I mean, I'm down if that's the way you want to do it.
And maybe we do it any other way. If you guys have
Like
suggestions.
every show we should do it a different way. Even make a skit out of it if we have to.
What if we?
That's funny.
Just a whole ass skit that just determined who went first. All right. Well, I mean, for now, let's just do rock paper scissors. Just get all of
I'm
our.
too good at rock, paper, scissors, so
You
I
said-
don't want to do
Wow.
Oh, no, you said you're too good. And I was like,
You say you're
Jesus.
too good?
this. I'm too good at rock, paper, scissors.
She did say she's too good.
Oh, you did say that.
Every time I've done rock, paper, scissors, I've almost always won. I'm gonna lose.
But have you?
I'm gonna look.
If you lose and you use she did the option to select of like I'm too good, I'm gonna make you like. So that means if she wins, she's too good. But also if she loses, she let us win. You can't just do that.
Yeah,
Yes,
Bro.
I can.
Anywho,
that's like
let's go.
saying, let's race, but if I lose, I wasn't really trying.
Yeah.
Can't believe this shit. I don't get paid enough for this.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Get fucked.
Wow. Steven goes first. That's
Oh
straight
my
up.
God, I didn't want to win.
I don't know. I thought I get to choose who goes first.
Oh, is that how we're doing it? If you want.
Oh, please don't make me go first.
I might have to. I mean, you should have seen. Did you not see yourself in the past minute?
That's
How do you want to do? You're the host. You tell me. You want me to go first, or you want me to choose?
No, we're all hosts. We're all equals on this.
What do you think? Me go first, and we choose.
You go first. I think winner should just go first.
I'll go first. I don't really care.
You should be like excited to
No,
go.
I am excited to go. I just want to know.
You should be like, damn, I wanna win to say my topic.
Dude,
first.
I'm not nervous at all, dude. I'm fine.
All right, Steven, what's your topic?
It's a simple one. I thought I mentioned this before. You know, I've gone through some crazy shit, but do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, I'm gonna go.
Want me
ahead.
to answer first, or you want to go?
However you want. You want to go?
Yeah. Let me just say, I'm one of the kind where it's like I don't believe it until I see it, but that does not mean I want to see it. That's not me inviting ghosts to infest me or whatever. But I don't believe it until I see it, and I haven't technically seen it, but I've experienced some really weird shit that I'll get into. And that's my take so far.
Okay.
And no, I'm not inviting any ghosts around here too. No, you're not invited.
I do believe in ghosts, or at least I think part of me wants to believe they're real. But I don't know. I feel like there's something about the mystery of like, are they real or not? And I think that's where the fear of it comes from, and why they're scary and all that. I don't know, man. Because I am such a science man, and it's like, there's nothing that could explain ghosts. But then there's so many weird occurrences that people talk about and all that. So I really don't know where I stand, whether they are real or not. How do you feel about it, Kayla?
I both 100% believe ghosts are real, but also 100% do not believe ghosts
see?
are real.
Yeah, this is the issue that it comes.
Yeah.
And I think my reasoning is I want them to be real because I want you to be able to be a ghost after you die.
So yeah, I'm open to it.
I don't want you to just die and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But also, what the hell? Like, ghosts? Like, that's the craziest. I don't know. It just doesn't seem plausible to me.
Anyways, I was on that, train of thought, but I had some really weird shit happen to me when I was in college. And before I get into this, you guys want to say any last things, or no?
Go for it.
All right, so like obviously I've had a bunch of weird stuff. Like I have a bathroom, like in my room, not in my room, but like connected to my room, and I don't know, that's just the classic. Like I have the light on in my room, I go to the bathroom, and I come back out, and then the light's off. But maybe I'm just like, but I've always chalked things up, like stuff like that has happened all the time, and I always chalked it up to like, oh, maybe I'm just like I'm out of it. Like maybe I did turn it off, or like, I was sleepy, whatever. Like middle of the night, going to pee or whatever, and a bunch of weird shit, right? But then this one time, I cannot shake the feel. It was the weirdest I've ever felt in my life. It was so weird. So I was in college, and I was going to UConn, and on the weekends I would come back home because we had a D&D campaign to run and all that stuff.
Well, hold on. When was this?
What do you mean?
Like year wise, like two.
Oh, this is like junior year.
Junior year of college, right?
Yeah, junior
Okay.
year. Yeah, junior year.
Wow. I didn't.
Yeah, junior year.
Okay, no, that adds up. I feel like I remember you telling me the story.
The
Go ahead.
sidebar, you got. I bet you the boys didn't even notice this, but I would be coming home from recon to do that. Anyways, get you a D&D player that has that much dedication. It's like an hour and 40 or like a hour car drive or something, right? Hour. Anyways, so I was going back and forth on the weekends, and I remember one night, it was like a Friday night. I was typing a paper. Actually, it was Thursday night. Thursday night, I was typing a paper for Friday because that's the classic college life. You write the paper before the date's due or whatever. I was staying up really, really, really late, and it was like, I don't know, maybe like 2 a.m. Probably, I don't even know, something around that. And I had just like left the last paragraph to finish, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. And then I think that might have been Wednesday night, actually. Wednesday night, I go to sleep. I wake up on Thursday. It was due on Thursday. Something like the day's kind of irrelevant, but it was like Thursday. And then I finished the last paragraph, and then I went to go print it because I had to hand it in, obviously. And my printer was out of ink. And have I told you this, by the way?
You did. I don't really remember too many of the details, but
I was just curious.
My experience is pretty fresh for the most part. All I remember is that it involved a printer.
Yeah, so I went to go
crazy shit.
I went to go print it on Thursday morning before class. I finished the last paragraph. like proofread it, did all that stuff before class in the afternoon. This was in the morning, and I remember I remember, I'm pretty sure, maybe my memory's shaky, maybe it didn't, but I thought I opened the printer cartridge and then I put it in the printer and I threw it out, or so I thought. And that was kind of my last thought about it. I didn't really process it in my head if I actually did throw it away. But as far as I know, I threw it away. So later that night, school stuff, I went back and just a normal night, ate during the hours. I had to go eat, played some video games at night, chilled with the boys on PlayStation, the rest of my homework, go to sleep. And by the way, I have a roommate. He is 1 year older than me, and he's just like he's a very like goody two shoe type of guy. Like wakes up at like 5 a.m. every day, like to start his morning, and like he would always be in his bathrobe, and he would always
he was living life.
He was a super chill guy. If he ever watches this, shout out to you. He was cool. I had no problems with him. He wake up every day 5 in the morning, cook his bagel, watch Philip DeFranco, and chill. And he was like, go to sleep really early, and he seemed like just your average student. And that's kind of his background. We'll get into why that's important later. But anyways, I went back that day after handing the paper in, and I remember after the night was over, obviously I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning to go to my Friday class. That's what it was. My Friday class. And when I was waking up, I felt something by my feet. This is in the morning. I felt something by my feet, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And I didn't really think much about it. And then I was like, "Whatever." This is like maybe like 7 a.m. By my feet, I didn't think anything of it. But I remember I did feel something there, and I was like, "Whatever." I was just like worry about it later. And then I woke up for like class at like I don't even know when, 10, 11, I don't know. But anyways, a couple hours later, I woke up and I was like, "All right, what the hell was this thing by my feet?" And it was the printer cartridge, like the box.
Yeah.
That I opened up, and I was like, that is really weird. And I was like, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, did I forget to throw this out? It's on my bed. And by the way, my bed is like, I have to climb up to get to my bed, and underneath it is like my desk, my printer, and my PlayStation setup and all that stuff. And that's where like all my other ink cartridges are, my printer, all that stuff. So I woke up and that was by my feet, and I thought that was weird. And I didn't think much of it. I was like, whatever, just go to class, do your thing, whatever. And this was on Friday. And then I went back home, and not home, but like back to my room after the day was over. And I was talking to my roommate, and I was like, I told him about like the situation. I was like, dude, it was like super weird. Like this thing was like by my feet. And I was like, do you remember me like opening the cartridge and like talking about like how I asked him for something regarding it. I don't remember. It was kind of a long time ago. And point is that he was aware that this printer cartridge thing ink cartridge was a thing. And I told him about it, and he's like, "Oh, that's weird." And like, I don't remember if he threw it away or not. Yada yada. And I shouldn't have said this. I kind of like, I don't know. I was setting myself up for something really freaking ominous. But it was on a Friday, and I said, "You know what would be weird?" Sam was his name. I was like, "You know what would be weird, Sam?" I was like, "What if I throw this out and I left on the weekend and I came back and it was like on my bed or something? That would be freaking weird, right?" So I said that. Anyways, I threw it away. I remember I went like right across my room hall, maybe like 3 steps to the right, 5 steps to the right. There's a bathroom, and then the bathroom is garbage. I threw it in there. I remember vividly in my head. I threw it in there, and it was probably like it went down the side, and it was probably like 3/4 up of the garbage. So there's like another quarter to be filled of the garbage. Anyways, I went home, D&D, did all that stuff, blah blah blah. Came back at like, because I'm a procrastinator. It was literally like 3 in the morning. Like no bullshit. It was like 3 in the morning. I drove to the UConn parking lot, walked my ass all the way back to my dorm, and then I went into my room. It was really late. I didn't want to wake up my roommate. Unlocked the door with the key, turn on the flashlight, yada yada. Put my backpacks down, put all that stuff down. I was climbing up on my bed with the flashlight, and right in the middle of my bed was the printer cartridge, and it was like it was torn up in like a really different way. It wasn't like torn up in pieces, but it was definitely torn up in like a really not the way I opened it, right?
Yeah.
And I remember feeling so like out of body and like super like weird. Like that was the weirdest I ever felt.
Did you
cried? I would have just cried.
did you feel like frozen up? Like was it just like did you feel like petrified at all?
Yeah, I was like, no. I was like, of course.
Because if it was me, I'd be sitting there like for next 20 minutes of like I cannot move.
I was like, no way. I was like, of course. Out of everything, and I said that, and then, like it's like right here. I was like, of course, and it was like, it was so,
of course.
It was so weird. I'm gonna go check. I'll get to that later. But anyways, I was feeling so weird. It was probably the weirdest I've ever felt in my life. And then I went to go lay in bed, and I was thinking about it for probably 5 minutes. But then but it was like 3 in the morning, and I had to sleep for class the next day, because it was like, it was a.m. on a Monday, and class is about to start back up. So I was like, I remember just laying there, like, I don't know why I did this too, but I was like trying to see if I was gonna see something else happen. I remember because our beds are like this, and like if you're listening on the podcast, back left, back right, two like both our beds. My bed is in the back right, his bed is in the back left, and his bed is in the back left. And I was looking in the front left corner, like if I was gonna see something. I don't know why I was like beating something, but then I did that for like 5 minutes. I was feeling really weird, and I had the blanket up to like my neck, and I was just like frozen there. And I was like, all right, whatever. 5 minutes passed. I was like. Honestly, in my head, I was like, dude, I don't care about this right now. I have to go to class, and like I can't be bothered with this shit right now. I'm just gonna force myself to go to sleep, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow. So I threw it out. Actually, I didn't even throw it out, I don't think. But anyways, I woke up and I was like, yo, Sam, I was like, look at this. I was like, it happened, dude. And I don't know, people would think that maybe he's pranking me or whatever, but like I said, like before, he's not that type of person at all. Because I've been living with the guy, I know how he is. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't prank me because we're not on that level of like friendship even. And he's not even like that type of person. But that was a thought that I had. But anyways, I threw it out, and then of course the garbage was like all the way down. By the way, at this point,
yeah,
it wasn't like 3/4 like or four out of 4 quarters like full. It was all the way down. And I was like, oh, then the garbage cleared itself, and this thing was on my bed. I was like, that's just weird. That's weird. And I mean, I threw it away, and then after that, not much with the ink cartridge happened. And I mean, I went up, and then I was like a day later, I like went up to him straight up, and I was like, yo, Sam, I was like, all right, be straight with me. I was like, if you're pranking me, like you got me, dude. Like fair. I was like touche, like fair and square, you got me, dude. Like if you did it, you got me. Like good on you. Like all right, can you just admit now, like did you do it or did you not do it? And he's like, I promise you, I did not do it. So I was like, and at that point, like even before that point, I believed him. And I just had to double ask just in case, and I believed him even more. And maybe he's a like 200 IQ genius or something, but that's definitely not the type of person that this guy is. And I was
he's like watching this video, just like,
and I was like, that was the weirdest thing ever. And then I think let's bring it back a little bit. When I went back on, I think that Monday in the morning. This is a whole nother like topic, but the Yukon freaking like parking services, oh my god, are they corrupt? I've gotten like 5 parking tickets from them, like $30 a piece, just from like
you're that Yukon, you owe us Patreon money.
Such BS. Like, let me give you one example. Let me go on that little rant real quick. There was one time where, because their like tickets are so inconsistent with each other. And it just pissed me off so much because, like, I don't know. Anyways, there was one time where I parked like this. It's going to be hard to do it for the people that are just listening. I parked in a way where I was blocking a car, like, on the side. Like, think of like a T-bone, like traffic, accident. I parked like that. And I was
You were the top of the T.
I was the top of the T. And yeah, I was the top of the T, and they were the shaft, if you will. And I was like, "Am I blocking? Like, can they not pull out? Because can the shaft not pull out because I'm blocking them?" And I went to go outside to check my car. I was like, "No, they should be fine. Like, any competent driver should be able to pull out of this." I was in class, and of course I get the email that like your car is blocking someone, yada yada. And then I get the call like, "Hey, Steven, is yada yada your car? Yes, like please, you gotta move it. You're blocking your car." And one of the funniest thing, I went there to move my car, and that car I was quote unquote blocking was gone.
Jesus.
So I was like, I was not blocking it.
Mm.
I was like, and then of course the ticket was on my my windshield. Why is this important? It's because when I had the ticket, I had it in the jeans of like I had it in the back pocket of my jeans because I don't know, that's just where I put it. And I remember I lost it on, I think that Monday or Tuesday. It doesn't really matter. On that Monday or Tuesday, I lost it, and I couldn't find it. And I remember I was going up it was after class. I noticed I lost it. I was going back to my room, and we lived on like the, I don't know, like the 7th floor, pretty high up, 8. I don't know, I can't remember. And I was taking the elevator up, and I was like, oh shit, like where did I put it? I'm missing it or whatever. And I was like, I don't know why I do this to myself. This is like becoming a trend. I said, you know what would be in my head? I said, like, you know what would be crazy? I don't know why I do this. It would be crazy if it was in the like next to the elevator to the right. There's a storage unit, like a trash room with like a microwave in it. And I would go there sometimes to cook like Easy Mac and like ramen, you know, the college diet. And I was going up. I don't know why I did this. I said, you know what would be crazy if I went up this elevator and it's to the right of the elevator. If I look right and I see it just like on the table there, or it's like in that room or something. And I remember going up the elevator, and of course I look right and I see like an orange envelope like on the ground. It's a closed door, and like maybe like a third of it was like peeking out underneath the door. And I was like, let me just check if this is like what I think it is, because the tickets come in that orange packet. And this was another weird incident. This is like, once again, this is in the span of like, you know, 24 to 48 hours, maybe even less. I went to go take the envelope, and I was opening it slowly, and I was like, one of that where you like slowly take it up and you're like peeking like that, because I was like, please don't be the one. And I opened it. Of course, it's my car, my name, all that stuff. I was like, I guess I found it, and that was another weird. Maybe slightly less weird because maybe I misplaced it and someone just put it there or something. But like that was my like copium, where it was like, oh no, dude, that wasn't that weird because of this could have happened. Like someone could have found it, yada yada. Anyways, I found it, paid it off, and that was that. And that's pretty much rounds up that story. That was probably the weirdest I felt in my life, and that's what led me to believe like, hey, maybe I'm open to you know, like, to ghosts being real or whatever.
Was that like your like conduit to that, or not like conduit, but like was that your like kind of light switch moment?
It wasn't really.
Or did you believe a little bit, and then that was just like,
you know, I was
weird.
always open to it, and it was like, wow, now like I've experienced something really weird. I don't know if I can 100% say, oh yeah, that's ghost or whatever.
Yeah,
it could have been anything, which is maybe me fucking smoking that copium, but. That's kind of where I was at with that. I was like, wow, that was like super, super weird. Probably the weirdest experience I've had. And I've had a lot of weird stuff.
I can't say
sleep paralysis and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was that story. That was really weird. I don't know if you guys have any stories.
When I was in high school, I had these two friends, and we slept over one of our friends' house. And so it was like how her room was set up. She had like a bed, and then she had like a pull-out bed underneath her bed, so it like rolled out because she was like real weird about people sleeping in her bed. So she had like an extra bed.
Wait, what age were you?
It was high school.
I feel like I feel like there's an age where like you start feeling weird about people sleeping in your bed. Is high school that age?
I don't know. I think she was always like that. Like, you couldn't touch her pillows. Like,
yeah.
She didn't want anybody in her bed.
I feel like there's a point where you're just like, oh, people are nasty. Like, I'm not sleeping in your bed kind of thing.
I don't care, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care who sleeps on her bed.
I would say, like...
Especially
you're not, like, dirty.
Even senior year, you know, when I'm with the boys, it's like, you can sleep in my bed, it's whatever.
Hey, but like, you're jerking off, you're having sex. You know what I mean?
What?
People are nasty. You guys sleep in that? Like, would you sleep in the... We just talked about watching Jersey Shore. Would you sleep in that smush room?
I mean, if I'm deathly tired.
I mean, if I had to, and it's different, because if those are my boys or whatever,
It's different. If it's like a stranger, maybe
Yeah.
not.
I don't know. If it's
I
like,
guess, right?
I mean, if it's them, like they're doing that shit all the time, then maybe not, right?
Yeah.
But if it's like my boys and I know them and I know like
Hmm.
I know how they are. But to be fair, I'm saying this, but I've never like really even high school. I don't think I've even slept in anyone's bed.
Oh, I slept in everyone's bed.
Me
Everyone
too.
slept in my bed.
Especially college. We were in the same like class and we had the same friends. Like,
Everyone slept in my bed.
but anyways, continue.
And so it was like it got late and we were all kind of laying down, so it was like she was in her bed and then me and the other girl were sharing the second bed. And so we were laying in a way where like she was laying this way and I was laying this way, so our feet were like this.
Yeah.
And I remember we had like the lights turned off and we were going to sleep, and I swear to God something grabbed my leg. Okay. And I sat up and I was like, who touched me? I freaked out and neither of them did it. Like they swore up and down that neither of them touched me. And I was like, no, seriously, like, come on, like this isn't funny. Like, cause I don't play that shit. It's not okay.
Keep going.
Okay. And they were like, no, I didn't touch you. I was like, no, something touched me, but like neither of them are the type of people to do something like that. Like neither of them are like prank types, and they wouldn't lie to me because we were like really, really close friends. So to this day I'm like, something touched me, some kind of ghost touched me, and it was not okay. It was terrifying.
That was weird. That was in the middle of the night, you said?
Yeah.
And were you like fully awake or were you like dazed maybe a little bit? I don't know, I'm just trying to,
I
fill the
don't
loopholes
even
maybe.
think it was like the middle of the night. It was like we had like just laid down to go to sleep, so it probably was maybe like midnight. And we were like, the lights were off, everybody was sleeping like how they were. Like she was in her bed, like the other girl's hands were like far enough from my leg, like I would have felt her get up and like touch me, you know what I mean? So I don't know what happened. It was scary though. I didn't like it.
Why do you think we like are scared of ghosts? Is it just like fear of the unknown?
Yeah, 100%.
I think so.
You think that's
Yeah.
just
Fear
straight
of the
up?
unknown, for 100%.
Like
If
what?
I knew about them and I knew they were friendly, I think I would be fine with it.
I mean, yeah, right?
I'm
just
mean,
scared of
this
the-
is not an
I'm
invite.
scared of the bad ghosts.
This is not an
Good
open
ghosts.
invite, by the way. Let me just say that it's not an open invite.
Absolutely not. Especially we live in the Northeast. Like we live like
We
Connecticut.
live in the freaking haunted state.
Yeah, we live like legit. Like I went to Dunkin' Donuts, coffee, started floating.
Nah.
But
Freaking home of Ed and Lorraine Warren. Like, nah, we're
Yeah.
not doing this.
no, that's like it freaks me out. I can't name any like incident. I know for a fact. I think which is like really scary because I know I don't know, me and Steven were like raised like Buddhists. And that gets into a bunch of whole spiritual shit. And I can't remember what happened because we were like, I think me and Steven were like babies at the time. I think we were chilling in like one of our uncle's like, uncle, cousin, aunt, kind of whatever.
Uncle, grandpa.
Yeah, our uncle, grandpa, our uncle, grandpa's house. It was one of our like, nephews like house, or not nephews, cousin's house. And all I remember was like everyone telling us this story, especially when we're a little bit older. At the time, I didn't even know what the fuck was going on because I was just a fetus.
But I must have been really young.
Yeah.
That's probably still.
And all I remember was like they were saying that there was like ghosts and noises happening and
No shot. I
Yeah.
never heard about this.
Yeah.
What?
yeah, and like I don't know if you
Where is
remember.
this?
This was Georgia too.
Georgia.
But like that's all I kind
No
of,
shot.
and that's why it like scares me. I'm like I swear like our family is just like
I mean, they said that house was like really.
it was fucked up.
You talking about like Tommy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they said that house was really like because I think someone died in it or something.
Like you hearing this?
I think
You
someone
hearing
in her, I
this?
think someone in her family died or like in there. I don't know.
And like the thing was too was that like
And they said like that. Oh, I remember there was like there's that one room inside that house was like that's the weird room. That
yeah,
a lot of weird
yeah,
stuff happened.
exactly. Like you don't sleep in there.
Yeah, I don't keep going.
But like the thing was that like and all that's kind of all the details I remember. I remember like one of our grandma Asian families, man. We just have like family that aren't really our family, that are family kind of thing.
Yeah.
Surely some of the viewers relate. But I remember and I don't understand too much of like the Buddhist religion. I'm not really that religious to be honest, but like when they were talking about like one of the older ladies, kind of they just put the label grandma on her for us. And she was like a witch doctor. Do you remember this?
Oh, God.
Oh, like I don't know, partially, but not Not really.
Dr.
She was,
Cheese.
I swear, she was like a witch doctor. That's the best word I could describe. But she was,
Ooh, ah.
she was doing that stuff to like clean the room,
Really?
something like that. She was like a very, very religious like woman, like of high status.
Okay.
That's the way that the family treated her was like she was like a god. I am a god.
I am God.
But like, and I remember them saying that like she has to be long gone now. Either that or she knows the success to life, and she's like
She's like immortal.
she's like 200. Yeah, for all I know. But that's like the only thing I can remember. I don't remember any like instances where like something made me feel weird like that or like had me going. All I know is that I overthink too much.
Oh hell yeah, that's the death of me.
I guess like if we were talked about one time, and I've kind of like I'm such a like a logical person. I always put something like
yeah,
I always try to put a logic to something.
yeah. That printer I could not.
That's crazy.
That's-
But
Yeah, I
crazy.
could not do that one.
like the like
But I got over it pretty quickly. I was like, it's cool. I
The only
gotta focus on.
the only thing I could think of is that I was like sleeping in my bed one time, and all I remember was like my door is pretty light to like close and all that, and I think like I went to kind of close it, and I swear this is like in my head, and this was the scariest visual I would say, was that I was sleeping in my bed, and I'm picture a square room. My bed's in the corner, and the kind of opposite corner in the 45-degree angle.
Back right corner, and his door's in the top left.
Yeah, pretty much. Is where my door is, and I remember like sleeping, and I think either I woke up or I was trying to sleep for like a 30 minutes or whatever. It was like the cookie cutter Blumhouse Productions, like horror movie, Sinister, all that stuff. And I remember it just slowly opening, like, and you heard the creak. It was like a movie made.
It was
for
late
me.
at night.
Yeah. It was like 4D fucking ride. It was it opened up, but it opened up slowly, like as if someone was trying to fuck with me. And it opened up and it was just like and if you saw the visual, cuz my room was pitch black, but the hallway was open, so the light kind of opening, and all you saw was the empty space as if someone was there. You know what I mean? And then your mind fills in the imagination of someone opening it, because it opened up and went.
Were you ready to bang out?
I don't know what I was ready to do.
That's like my first reaction to stuff.
How do
that.
how do you bang out with a ghost?
I mean, like I think it's like an intruder or something.
Oh,
That's like where my mind goes, and then it goes to the
I didn't even think anything. I was just like, that's weird. That's weird. That's weird. You know what I mean?
make it stop. Yeah, I get it.
And that being said, why do you know? I'm not trying. I don't want to. They said don't taunt the ghosts. That's like one of the rules, right?
Yeah,
Don't taunt ghosts. But like,
we don't invite. It's not an open
no,
invite.
no, absolutely not. But like, the
like things just started moving.
God.
Yeah.
Throw it against the wall. Like,
but like, why do they like? You gotta tell me that ghosts, they have the advantage.
Of course.
Come to our plane of existence. You know what I mean? Get the
Run me
glove.
the
Get the
fair
glove.
one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get the gloves going, or maybe even talk it out. Use our words. They don't talk to us like verily. You kind of have to like decipher it.
yeah, they might not be able to.
Yeah, maybe they're just so frustrated
Yeah.
and they're trying to get to tell
Maybe
us
that's why they
something
get angry because they can't
on some
communicate
interstellar
with
stuff.
us like that.
Yeah. I the way I've always pictured it, I think this is like this has to be a theory. Because the way like ghosts walk through walls and
Oh,
stuff.
you tell me this one, yeah.
And I kind of like it. I kind of like the idea of like if you could go into like a haunted place, and they're able to go through walls. That was like once a hallway, like
Yeah.
back in the day,
Interesting.
or something like that. If you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Like their existence of where they should be, like be it like say I don't know, say this house over here was like in 1892 and it looked completely different than what
So
it
you
was,
think they're stuck in a cycle?
something like that.
They're stuck in doing what they have to do.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
What they did in their lifetime.
Exactly.
They're
They're stuck in a
that.
routine.
That sucks though.
And then they
Yeah.
go through. I mean, I feel like to them they don't realize.
Probably not. They probably didn't even realize they died.
What if when like they're like they have a vase that gets knocked over and it's our fault? What if we're ghosts?
True perspective. I think I opened up a portal in your room by playing Phasmophobia.
Jeez.
I'm
I've-
pretty sure.
I've now played Phasmophobia at all or like watched it.
Because in that game you have to say a bunch of names and like where show me a sign, all this
Yeah.
stuff. And then maybe they're picking it up. So I think I opened a portal in your room.
Jesus.
Yeah. don't play that game in your room. It's the PSA.
Just play it in like the middle of the field.
Play it
Look
in
away from
play it
the
in like
thing, no.
play it in someone you don't like's room. Just use their room for a stream room or whatever you gotta do, and just whatever room, just not your own room that you need to sleep in.
So wait, let me get this straight. I just want to wrap my head around this because this is my first time hearing it. When
Yeah.
we were kids in that house, say that. Sorry, like, real quick, one more time.
All I remember is that we were super young, and we
yeah.
were sleeping in there, and all I heard
in
was
the
like,
room, in the
yeah,
room.
I think we were sleeping in the room.
Okay.
Jeez, why would they put the kids in that room?
Oh, the sick bastards! I don't know, man.
Like, jeez.
I can picture Dad being like,
Whatever.
like
They're
it's not,
fine.
it's not
Ghosts
real.
don't exist.
It's not. No, Dad's definitely the type of person like it's not a thing, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we'll sleep in it. We'll take the room, whatever.
And I faintly remember, like, I think it was either like our younger cousin Tommy
Okay.
at the time. Like, I think he was like crying because he was young too.
You probably saw the ghost.
He was younger than me, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember this. I was so young. That's why I want to hear this again because
Yeah. And speaking of fucking Kayla saying that you want to see or they probably saw like ghosts. Part of the reason why like having kids is super fucking scary.
Freaking see 'em.
True.
Same thing with this.
Pets.
Same thing with pets.
Pets and kids, you gotta go.
Hershey used to bark at stuff all the time, like that weren't there, and it used to freak the hell out of me because I was like, "What is she barking at?"
Yeah, stop. Like, so like if I see like the cat like going yeah, like in the fucking in the corner, like
It's like, no.
like no, there's absolutely no way.
So you said we're in that room and a bunch of noises were happening and things were moving.
Yeah, dude, very faint details. I know nothing.
Oh my god.
But that's all I remember was that like apparently that room was like the haunted room. I think it was like one of like their great grandfather.
Yes, yeah, it was something like that.
Like
yeah.
died or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, they heard
Just
noises,
stuff the kids in that room.
and we got our grandma witch doctor figure.
Yeah.
Grandma witch doctor should have been in that room.
And the you know what's crazy about this one witch doctor? Because here's the thing about if you don't know like too much about us, we're Laotian, Laos, and pretty much I'm very American. Don't know a lick of that language, and all I picture is that lady. And if you heard her voice, it was picture the Laotian language. I don't know if you search up a video. I ain't gonna tell you, but. She had like a witch doctor voice, like I have no
Stop.
like that was her voice, but that and like a foreign.
Wait, she's in her family or she's a family friend?
I think she's not blood related.
God, yo.
So think
Not.
So think like that with like a foreign language you don't understand. There's something about foreign languages that just make things scarier.
Sometimes they're scary. They're really scary.
Like if you watch VHS at the whatever, you know the one.
Yeah, VHS. There was like the Filipino one or
Yeah,
whatever.
you know the one.
The Indonesian one.
If you know, you know.
if you
It just-
don't watch it.
It's so weird.
But
Even like Japanese horror versus like American horror.
Jap-
It's like a whole nother.
Japanese like
beast, dude.
folklore. Oh my
It's
god.
so weird. Like I have to talk about sleep paralysis too another time because this just reminds me of it. I have some crazy sleep paralysis stories. By the way, there was like for like a month straight. I'm not exaggerating. For like a month straight, I had sleep paralysis like every day in like high school.
I
don't
still
know.
do.
I don't do it. I don't do it as much anymore, and I think it's because my body's gotten used to it, and I've mentally like can disassociate myself with what's happening, and I know how to snap out of it because I was having it like every day. Anyway, that's
I am.
That's another day.
For me, I am too tired. I am too stressed. I consume way too much caffeine. I am just like a sucker when it comes to sleep paralysis.
Well, that makes me wonder why I've never gotten it.
Nah,
I
maybe.
have
Really?
so much stress and so much caffeine on a daily basis, and never, not once, even like close to sleep
Yeah.
paralysis.
maybe
Nothing.
tonight.
Yeah, maybe. First time.
tonight.
First time for everything.
No, we're not.